cults, conspiracies, and obscure Greek deities. Unveiling the Mysteries. Guys, have you ever gone down a rabbit hole on the internet and found yourself staring at a super old statue? And you're like, wait, this creepy thing looks kind of familiar. Maybe you've seen it on a tapestry at your weird aunt's house, or on the back of a dollar bill. It's giving major conspiracy theory vibes. Well, that's what we're talking about today. Cults, conspiracies, and how these ancient Greek deities are still influencing us today. I'm talking about those really obscure Greek gods and goddesses, the ones your high school mythology class totally glossed over. And get this, some people believe these ancient deities are making a comeback. So buckle up, because we're about to dive deep into the world of ancient Greece and uncover the shocking connections between these forgotten gods and the beliefs shaping our world today. Dionysus, the god of wine, ecstasy, and chaos. Dionysus, a complex and multifaceted deity, was revered in ancient Greece. He embodied the spirit of festivity and the liberating power of wine. As the god of wine, ecstasy, and unrestrained joy, he brought both pleasure and madness. His influence extended to the realms of chaos and disorder. His followers participated in bacchanalias, intense and frenzied celebrations. These gatherings were marked by ecstatic dancing and the consumption of wine. Participants would dance through the night, embracing the freedom Dionysus represented. There were even accounts of animal sacrifices and other ritualistic practices. Dionysus symbolized the human desire to break free from societal constraints. This energy of liberation and ecstasy continues to resonate in contemporary times. Modern music festivals and raves echo the ancient celebrations of Dionysus. They reflect the timeless desire to escape the mundane and connect with a higher state of being. Some believe that the spirit of Dionysus can be seen in certain modern cults and groups, continuing his legacy of ecstatic freedom. Demeter and Persephone, the OG mother-daughter drama queen duo. Next up, we've got Demeter and Persephone, the original mother-daughter drama queens of Greek mythology. Their story is intense. It's all about love, loss, rebirth, and the cycle of life and death. Demeter was the goddess of agriculture, the OG Earth Mother, and Persephone was her daughter, this beautiful, innocent young goddess. But then, Hades, the god of the underworld, sees Persephone one day and is totally smitten. So, Hades kidnaps Persephone and takes her down to the underworld to be his queen. Demeter is totally devastated. Her sadness throws the entire world into chaos. Crops stop growing, the earth becomes barren, it's a whole thing. Eventually, Zeus steps in and is like, okay, Hades, this has gone too far. They work out a deal. Persephone has to spend part of the year in the underworld with Hades and part of the year back home with Demeter. And that's why we have seasons. When Persephone is with her mom, Demeter's so happy that everything blooms and grows. But when Persephone has to go back to the underworld, Demeter gets sad and everything dies back. It's actually kind of beautiful in a really depressing way. Demeter and Persephone's story isn't just about the changing seasons. It's a metaphor for the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Persephone's journey to the underworld and back represents the idea that even in darkness, there can be renewal. Chapter 3. The Cult of Orphism. So mysterious, they made the Illuminati look like an open book. This next one is seriously creepy. We're diving into the depths of ancient mysteries and secretive rituals. We're talking about a secret society so mysterious, so shrouded in enigma, that they make the Illuminati look like an open book. Their secrets were guarded with utmost vigilance. I'm talking about the Cult of Orphism. This was no ordinary group. They were deeply devoted to their enigmatic practices. Unlike Zeus and Hera, who were always throwing thunderbolts and getting jealous, we don't know a ton about Orphism. Their history is veiled in secrecy and myth. It was a mystery cult, which basically means they were all about secrecy. Their rituals and beliefs were hidden from the outside world. What happened at an Orphic ritual stayed at an Orphic ritual. The members were sworn to secrecy, ensuring their practices remained a mystery. They were obsessed with this guy named Orpheus, a legendary musician who was so talented he could charm the literal pants off of anyone. His music was said to have magical properties. Even Hades, the god of the underworld, was like, "Okay, fine, you can have your dead wife back." Orpheus's music was that powerful. But, spoiler alert, it doesn't end well. The story takes a tragic turn. Orpheus messes up, looks back at his dead wife before he's supposed to, and boom, she's gone forever. It's a tale of love and loss. The Orphics believe that, like Orpheus, we all have this spark of divinity within us, this soul that's trapped inside our physical bodies. They saw life as a journey to free this divine spark. And they believed that through secret rituals and living a super pure life, we could free our souls and achieve immortality. Their practices were aimed at spiritual purification and enlightenment. This idea of the soul's immortality influenced Plato, Socrates, and even some early Christian beliefs. The Orphic teachings left a lasting impact on Western philosophy and religion. There are still groups today that are all about Orphism, practicing their rituals, trying to unlock the secrets of the universe and achieve immortality. Chapter 4. Asclepius and the Wellness Gurus. From ancient healing temples to, like Gwyneth Paltrow's website. The ancient Greeks were all about self-care and feeling their best. They believed that maintaining a healthy body and mind was essential for a fulfilling life. They had a whole god dedicated to healing and medicine, which shows just how important health was to them. His name was Asclepius, and he was basically the OG wellness guru, revered for his incredible healing powers. Asclepius wasn't your average god. He was a demigod with extraordinary abilities. He was the son of Apollo, the god of music and poetry, but he was also really good at surgery and other medical practices. He was so good, he could even bring people back from the dead, performing what seemed like medical miracles. Obviously, that didn't go over well with Hades, the god of the underworld, who was in charge of the dead. Hades was like, "Hey, those are my people you're messing with." He was furious about losing souls to Asclepius's healing. So, Zeus had to step in and strike Asclepius down with a thunderbolt to restore balance. But even though Asclepius was gone, his legacy lived on through the practices and temples dedicated to him. The Greeks built these temples dedicated to him called Asclepions, and people would travel from all over to be healed at these sacred sites. They'd sleep in these special rooms, have dreams, and then the priests would interpret their dreams and be like, "Okay, here are the herbs you need to take." It was basically the ancient Greek version of a spa retreat, but with actual medical treatments and spiritual guidance. Some people believe that these Asclepions were the inspiration for modern hospitals, combining care and healing. Asclepius's influence goes way beyond just hospitals. His legacy can be seen in various healing practices today. Think about all the alternative healing practices we have today, like acupuncture, Reiki, crystal healing, and sound baths. These practices are all about tapping into the body's natural ability to heal itself, which is basically what Asclepius was all about. His ancient wisdom continues to inspire modern wellness trends and holistic health practices. Chapter 5. Hecate, the OG Queen of Witchcraft, and why she's still badass today. This last one is for all my witchy babes out there. If you've ever felt a connection to the mystical and the magical, then Hecate is your girl. We're talking about Hecate, the goddess of magic, witchcraft, and all things spooky. She embodies the very essence of the mystical arts. She was the OG queen of the night, and her story is seriously fascinating. From ancient times to modern day, her influence has never waned. Unlike a lot of the other Greek gods and goddesses who were always hanging out on Mount Olympus, Hecate was a bit of a loner. She preferred the solitude of the night and the mystery of the unknown. She was often depicted holding 2 torches or keys, and she was associated with crossroads, thresholds, and those in-between spaces where the veil between worlds is thin. These symbols represented her ability to guide and protect those who were at a crossroads in their lives. Hecate was also associated with ghosts, spirits, and the underworld. She had the power to communicate with the dead and navigate the realms of the afterlife. She was said to have power over magic, both light and dark, and she was often called upon for protection, guidance, and to help people tap into their own inner power. Her duality made her a versatile and powerful deity. But Hecate wasn't just some scary, spooky goddess. She was a multifaceted figure with a deep understanding of the human condition. She was also a powerful protector of women, children, and those who were marginalized. Her compassion and strength made her a beloved figure among those who felt powerless. She was a symbol of female empowerment and independence, which is probably why she's become such an important figure in modern witchcraft and feminist spirituality. Her legacy continues to inspire those who seek to reclaim their power. Hecate was a goddess who didn't answer to any man. She carved her own path and stood firm in her beliefs. She was independent, powerful, and she embraced her dark side. Her acceptance of all aspects of herself made her a true icon of self-empowerment. She was the original badass witch, and her story still resonates with people today who are looking for a deity who represents their own strength and resilience. Her timeless appeal continues to captivate and inspire. Hecate's influence can be seen everywhere today, from the resurgence of witchcraft and paganism to the popularity of shows like American Horror Story Coven. Her enduring legacy is a testament to her power and relevance in the modern world. The ancient gods are alive and well, and they're living in your conspiracy theories. So, there you have it, you guys. From wild parties in the woods to secret societies, ancient healing rituals to the OG Queen of Witchcraft, we've covered a lot of ground today. But the one thing that connects all of these stories is the enduring power of belief. These ancient Greek deities may be long gone, but their stories, symbols, and the ideas they represent continue to resonate with us today. So, what do you guys think? Are these ancient gods and goddesses still influencing us today? Let me know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more creepy conspiracy theories and deep dives into the world of the unknown. And hey, maybe next time we'll explore the Egyptian pantheon. Trust me, those guys were wild.